Okay, so Ashley is going to read a card to Brian, and he's going to respond.
Okay. But you're so eloquent for a Mexican.
Because I was well educated. I had to work hard, and I got into fine college, Harvard, and I worked really hard, and that's why.
Okay, so what do you think about when you hear that statement, Brian?
It's insulting.
Ashley, how do you feel when you hear that?
I just think it's stereotypical that just because he's Mexican doesn't mean that he couldn't have a good education.
Okay, and what's your initial beliefs about this statement? Either one of you.
That it's not necessarily.
It's not
accurate.
true.
Yeah.
Exactly. Like a Mexican can't be eloquent. It doesn't make any sense.
Okay, so I want you to think about interrupting it if you hear things like this. And
A black and Asian, it doesn't matter. They can all be eloquent.
Okay, so tell me more. Share a personal story that offers a different perspective, or share how the statement made you feel when you heard it. Either one of you.
My father taught me to work hard. My father taught me to focus on my studies. And that's what got me where I am. That's what made me eloquent. That's what got me into colleges. So anybody can do that. It doesn't matter what color you are, what skin your color, what color your skin is. It doesn't matter.
I agree. And just because I am white doesn't mean that I am well educated. Like it could mean that, and I am well educated and very lucky for that, but it doesn't mean that I'm just educated because I'm a white person living where I live. There are plenty of people in plenty of different situations, and you just don't know.
Okay, so now that we've interrupted it, we're going to repair it. The objective is to come up with actionable steps that people can do to repair and broaden their awareness and understanding as related to the statement. So I'm going to give you 3 things individuals can do to repair it. So the first one is you can observe. What situation can you seek out and or view that can help deepen your understanding of the situation? You can engage. What situation can you seek out and have dialogue with specific people, professionals, or races to understand the varying perspectives? And then you can read what specific authors and books or categories of information can you research to expand your knowledge. So how do you think you can repair the statement that Ashley read?
I think it starts with how Ashley would be brought up and more in the household, and how her parents speak of people that are of different cultures that are educated and eloquent, Cesar Chavez, or powerful Asians, educated Asians here in America. I mean, there's a lot in high tech. There's a lot. So it's more just starting with that perspective from the family and where the actual conversations begin, and then go on from there, so that there's really no change of opinion from one culture to another. It's just pretty much standard. People are educated or not educated. It doesn't matter what culture they're from.
Yeah, I agree. It's not about who's educated or not, but just because you are educated doesn't mean you're eloquent, or if you are, that means that you are eloquent. It's just about how people present themselves, and there's no reason that Brian, just because he's Mexican, can't be eloquent. It has nothing to do with his education or anything. It just has to do with who he is as a person, how he was raised as well. So there's just needs to be more respect with from person to person. There just needs to be more respect, I think, and trying to change that person's perspective who said the statement.
More equal recognition, just depending on who they are, not what color they are or what nationality they are.
Mm-hmm.
That's all.
You're not like other black people.
Okay, recognizing it. What do you think about when you hear this statement?
I think that it's a microaggression, and it's also racist.
Yes. I think it's stereotypical, saying you're not like other black people because black people are stereotypical, supposed to be certain thing, and that's kind of what this is saying, that you're supposed to be a certain stereotype of a race.
Mm-hmm.
How do you feel when you hear it?
Makes me mad because no matter what your skin color is, you should be able to have whatever characteristics that you feel like you should have. Like, you should just be your own person. It shouldn't depend on your race.
Well, I mean, everybody, no one person is like another person, so it's not like you can be like other white people or other black people. No one is the same, so it doesn't really make a whole lot of sense.
What is your initial belief about the statement?
My belief?
Your initial belief.
My belief is that, I don't know, I just don't agree with people saying that at all. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't think it's like right in a sense, because it's stereotypical. I mean, it's not okay.
Okay, so now we're going to interrupt it.
Okay, let's interrupt.
The objective is to practice using a series of targeted questions to dig deeper about the think, feel, believe, and counter the statement thoughtfully to interrupt the dialogue in a compassionate manner.
Oh, so if someone said that to me, what would I say?
Mm-hmm.
Or if I heard someone say that, what would I say?
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. What would you say? I think I would say that, like
I mean,
that's disrespectful. Can you?
I think it's kind of
ask another
depends on
question?
who is saying it to me. If it's kind of just like someone I don't really know, or like kind of something like that, I'd be like, that's messed up. Like, why are you saying that? But if it's like a close friend, it's like, dude, just shut up or something. I don't know.
Well, like, I don't know. You can't really answer the question because you're not black, because you're not constantly thinking about your race. So, like, if you heard like me say that to like a black person, like, what would you say to me? Like, would you interject?
Probably, because it's not really an okay thing to say to another person, another race, another minority in a sense.
Mm-hmm. I think I would say like that person can act however they want to act. That has nothing to do with their race.